prepare more for these stuffs, but I guess it is what it is.
It is what it is. So anyways, let's hope the audio is good. And we're recording in 3, 2, 1. Hi guys, welcome back
to No Filter Podcast.
Yes, thank you.
I just gotta make sure that you get the intro right, because sometimes when you say welcome back to, and then there's a buffer there, Anyway, welcome back to No Filter Podcast.
Last week's episode.
Oh, episode X. We will not get into that. probably for the best.
Probably for the best. Yes, we would not get into that, but
yeah,
I think I just want to say this, that we don't intend to release that.
We never
that
did.
soon.
Yep.
Since last week I was having exams and
it was a little bit hard to find.
So we decided, you know what, that situation has escalated to whatsoever.
Yeah.
So we proceeded with that.
Yeah.
But episode 3.
Yes.
How much studying?
How much education is too much education?
How much education is too much education? Let's go.
Well, I'm trying to think. I'll be honest. I think education is like, it depends on exactly what we're talking about. It's either academia or just street smarts. But then in street smarts, anything you learn is probably worth it. Because there are certain things that are probably not worth it. But compared to academia, I feel like there are things that we can learn that can be beneficial. But there's also so much of junk that's like more or less common sense that shouldn't really be prioritized. Because I feel like if you're teaching about common sense, then you're essentially implying that the people that go to school don't really have that much of common sense. But then again, if you look at the road,
on the road we have a lot of
people,
brainless fucks.
Yep.
Brainless fucks.
Yep.
And it's like everyone goes through studying when they're about to take their license, and that in itself is also called education.
Yeah. You have to educate yourself
but,
to get the license.
Yeah, but I mean, yes, there's the base format where we need education to make us knowledgeable. But then anything after that, would we still call it education or would we call it experiences? That's one thing that I'm trying to find out through this episode. Like, what is your definition of too much? Like, where does the threshold stand upon?
I think high school wise, I think the worst one that you could the most trash one I would say is civic. Civic.
Yes.
Yeah, that's super useless. It's like moral but less fancy kind of module. So of course I understand civic, they talk about independence.
Yeah.
And basically all that genre, but I think it's like just basically it's just super useless. I mean, like if that subject was super important, then how come it's not graded on SPM? Why isn't it that important? Like moral, okay, I understand that is actually really useful, because it teaches about common sense and also morality. But civic, I mean, if the government doesn't think it's if the government doesn't think it's important enough to put in SPM, then why do we still have it in the first place? I just don't understand that.
I think what civic should be replaced with is Kemahiran Hidup.
Kemahiran Hidup is great.
It's great, but we only learn it until Form 3. But somehow in SPM there's that option to take Kemahiran Hidup.
Yeah.
And I don't understand that why we studied until Form 3, because the name suggests Kemahiran Hidup life skills.
Yes, life skills.
Back in the days, we were learning about plumbing, sewing, gardening.
Those are
actual life skills. That is the form of education we need to proceed on in our adulting life.
Yeah.
Like in the future, let's say we don't want to spend money on hiring a plumber.
We can just do it ourselves.
We can do it ourselves, and then
that shit.
Let's say if we are going into the engineering, like architecture, designing side of things, hey, those things come in handy,
exactly.
Plumbing, gardening, how to design all the stuff. That's important. Carpentry is also one of them. I've been dreaming of building my own bookshelf for quite some time now, because I live in a small ass room.
Yeah.
And it's very cramped packed.
Yeah, they have like 2 wardrobes.
I got 2 wardrobes that I don't understand why is it
They have
there.
like 3 tables, I think.
I got 2 tables. One is so called the study table. The other one is called the music table. And I'm pretty sure everyone knows which table I use more.
Yes.
Because that wall is just a whoosh. But it's like planning. It's like I plan all those stuff to be there. But as I grow older and as I collect more items per se, it don't fit into the theme anymore. And I want to build my own cupboard, like my own shoe cupboard. I actually wanted to build one at one point of my life. Until I went to IKEA, I saw this beautiful rack, the typical white or black one with like that slots that's supposed to be a bookshelf put this way, but a lot of people just lift it up and then their shoes. I was like, yeah, that's not a bad idea. And okay, the instruction manual did say you can put it vertically or horizontally. To see how that one product can be used in many ways, that's from life skill itself. That's from Kamahiro Hido. And also the genius designer who designed it. Of course, we gotta give credit when credit is due. But why stop education at that point? Because you see, right now I'm studying in uni essentially, and there are across a lot of subjects that are offered, like accounting, business, finance, marketing, hospitality. The range goes on and on. But I believe, in our opinion, that we somehow combine that business subjects. No hate to those who are taking business.
Hey,
but
I'm taking business.
yeah, he's taking business. So, but those business subjects, I feel like, I think we said it previously in the previous episode, that it's a lot about experience.
Yes, that is true. It's all about experience.
So I don't know why is it a subject. I don't know why is it a subject.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I'm in my sem 3 right now, and the only subject that I still have no idea exactly why I did it in the first place is business analytics, which is basically admats. Admats. I didn't
didn't take admats.
I didn't take admats in high school. So the fact that I was able to get truth be told, I got a 2.33, which is not too bad.
Not too bad.
But the fact that I never did the subject, plus I don't like maths anyway. So
I think you like maths.
What?
Counting money side of maths.
Yeah.
That maths.
That's well, like, it just kind of made me wonder. It's like, okay, the basic counting stuff. Okay, that's definitely you're gonna use it. But using linear equations and all that, it's like, do I really? Because the way I see it is like, if I were to run a business, I don't think I'd be using all these type of calculations. Worst comes to worst, I'll just hire someone who does it for me.
Exactly.
If you were to do something, if you were to do calculations like that, chances are you're micromanaging everything, which is not the point of running a business. Yeah.
I think in high school, the most, in terms of maths, the most usable one is called probability.
Yes.
That chapter probability, yes. If 6 can become 2, then 2 can become 6. I'm like, yes, probability right there.
Yes, that makes sense.
That makes sense. Yes, that jives well with my life. Because, our whole life, regardless of my life or your life or anyone else's life, is all based on probability.
Yeah.
Like, if you're going to get a job, what's your probability of getting that job? What's your, how many things take place, like qualifications, education level, experience, all those things affect, and it's all probability at the end of the day. It's based on percentage. So what type of percentage gain are you going to have over the other person, or the person that you are rivaling against, or the companies that are rivaling? What is your margins? Like, you need to know that probability and that probability. So maths, everything. Okay, basic maths, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, those are important. Yes, common sense, we need it. Of course, the thing we love the most is multiplication. Yes. Memorizing multiplication, we don't really like it.
To be honest, it's like, at this point, multiplication is like, it's like second nature for us.
6.
It's 6 times 6.
Yeah, 6 times 6.
36.
Okay.
I thought you meant like 66 times 6.
7 2.
14.
12.
14.
Oh, 14.
That's what I said. I just woke up, like, yeah, but it's kind of second nature. So
Yeah, it's kind of second nature. I still remember our teacher was like teaching all the formulas and rhymes to memorize all those.
yes.
But yeah, in terms of maths, that's like the only thing I find important. And then the rest, like, what did I study again? I don't remember what I studied in maths.
My current SEM right now, we're actually doing accounting. Now, I actually find that useful because it's like, if you're running a business and you're like in your infancy lah, you probably can't afford a PA or someone to do your accounting. The chances are you might want to do your own first. Of course, if you want to submit tax, there's probably like
I think there's websites to help with that.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly. So like, there is still someone who can help you, but it's better that you do first before you submit it to, LHD and where they redo the calculation and all that shit to, better, better understand exactly how much tax you need to pay, to the government, for your business. So I strongly feel that, in business-wise, accounting is useful. But
where's the limit? Where do you draw the limit?
honestly, I don't really know. It's the fact that I haven't really fully, because I didn't do accounting in high school, and the fact that this subject is still so alien to me, I'm not exactly sure where the threshold of that is.
Okay, let's take something that we are both familiar with, and we have taken this subject together. Not together, I mean,
We did.
we did take the subject together, which is entrepreneurship.
Oh,
Now, I find this very interesting, and I decided to take it up to see what this subject is about, because for me it's an elective. I can choose, if I want to take it or not. The stupid thing I did, I took intro to psychology, my brain is fucked. I was like, this science term.
Intro to psychology.
Yeah, introduction to psychology.
You know what I'm thinking right
What?
now? Psychology in business or business psychology, something like
Great.
Yeah.
Something in common
that.
again.
Yeah, I didn't go for the class yesterday lah. Yeah,
Why weren't you at the class yesterday?
I slept.
Oh, you slept.
So I mean, there was no point. I was gonna sit there anyway. So yeah.
But yeah, entrepreneurship.
Yes.
Because based on your knowledge and my knowledge combined, it's a very it's more towards an experience type of.
If you want to pass the subject, it's just easy. You just read it one time and you understand that it's just common sense. Go to the exam and that's practically it. I mean,
That's not how I went into the exam.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I slept through the entire course. I got a 3.0, so I can only imagine what would have happened if I actually studied for it. Not gonna lie.
The funny thing about intro to psycho, not intro to psycho, I mean entrepreneurship, was I saw that there was a baseline, but there were also other things that draw the threshold. Like I said, the threshold is important and it's going to be talked upon a lot. So the basic is like, how do you write a proposal? What should be included in the proposal? What you should need to know? What are the different type of ownerships you have in the business? The thing that crosses the threshold is I didn't study for that subject, so I'm trying to remember what I remembered.
It's okay. We can probably drag it out.
Yeah.
Till the 30-minute mark and say thank you and goodbye.
From what I remember is because I'm back to physical exam. UCSI is not the best place to go for physical exam. First of all, the hall is damn huge, and there's a big crowd of people. Like, they ask you to come 1 hour before the exam. My exam starts at 2:30. I came around like 1. That's like 1.5 hours earlier. So I go to school at 1, sit at the mama for maybe half an hour or an hour. And then when I go up to the exam hall, because the exam hall is closed and it's at block C, which is a circular block for some reason. And then when you go up outside the examination hall, SOPs were like shit, nada. Everyone's crowding, and then the doors open. It's like a tsunami of, like it's like a Justin Bieber concert or whatever concert you go
like
to.
2012.
2,000 people just swapped in, and the best part is like, I don't know how credible their sanitizing team is. If they say we sanitize our exams hall after every single exam, I don't know how credible is that, but I close one eye, open one eye, hope no one gets COVID lah. So okay, you go into the hall, you sit there, you wait for the paper. Here's one thing that's fascinating about Block C in UCSI is while you're doing your exams, not only if it's raining outside, you can hear the rain hitting on the roof. You can also hear birds. Birds having sex on top of the roof. So while you're doing your exam paper, you have the fear of, I don't know this question. Shit, what's the answer to the question? But you also have to worry at the same time if a bird poop is going to fly down from the top of the roof to my head or my paper. That is something we all worried about. And then, of course, SOPs are like nada. But entrepreneurship is a subject where I feel that yes, the base needs to be learned, but anything other than the base is a lot on trial and error. Like we need to run multiple business to see what works and to get the flow of everything in order for us to know in the next business plan what's the best approach to use. Of course, sole proprietary shit.
Sole proprietary.
Sole proprietary is
Sole proprietorship. There's no such thing as sole proprietorship. Sole proprietor.
Sole owner, okay.
Sole proprietor.
Sole proprietor, okay. It's like, for me, it's the best one for me. But if you were working as a partners, like previously, limited partners, partners limited, is best for us because limited liabilities. And then you need to start learning about things like double taxation and stuff like that. It's
I mean, you kind of have to know that, but yeah.
I mean, yeah, but can I just let my accountant and business partners handle that? I don't want to handle that.
First of all, have to afford one. But yeah.
But what about you? What do you feel like in all your years of study, apart from high school, like what you're studying now? What do you think is the threshold of your subjects that you've taken, like the subjects that you have taken, that you feel is very useless and is based on experience?
Can I be honest?
Yeah.
The only subject that I feel is super trash is called multiculturalism. I mean,
MPU subject.
Yes.
Yes, I do agree. I do agree on those. Like
what
the hell are those?
Multicultural. It's like so common sense. It's like, if you've learned moral, then you probably know what multiculturalism is. You don't need to take a specific subject just to learn about respecting other people in your workspace and other religions. Like, bro, we get it, alright? It's common sense. You don't need to tell us or teach us. Of course, there's an argument that people say, there are people who don't know. No. They know. It's just they choose to be an asshole about it, right? So it's not necessary. You don't have to know it. It has no correlation with business. If you're like a HR person, you would understand about other religions, how they work, and
we've been studying it since like primary school.
Yeah.
So by secondary, like primary you study moral, you study civic. They already teach you a bit.
Yeah.
You go to high school, they teach you the same. In addition to sejarah, moral, civic, they teach you about the past, about the future, about moral, this and that, all this shit combined. I don't want to go to college and uni to take the fucking subject again, just to relearn what the entirety of what I've learned during my primary and secondary school life. Because it's like not just cultural relationship, hubungan etnicitas, religions in Malaysia. Like the subject says, I'm a Malaysian, do I really need to take this subject? For what's that term called again? Transfer student, is it transfer student? No. International students, yeah. For international students, I understand lah. Maybe they need to take bahasa kebangsaan and all those. But truth be told, bahasa kebangsaan, yes, I do agree that we need to take it if we fail our SPM. Specifically Bahasa Malaysia in our SPM, because we don't have the sigil to prove that we've completed SPM, right? So I understand if we need to take it. But if we pass that subject, we don't take it, which is fine. But why can't it be the same for MPU subjects correlating with sejarah, which is super damn BS. And that's where the threshold goes. It's like, I finished my education in primary, I finished my education in secondary, I don't expect to see it in my diploma, degree, and uni life, whatever. But here's the funny thing. I took my diploma, I took the same subject, I went to my degree at uni, because my diploma is at college, my degree is at uni. I went to uni, I had to retake the subject again. I'm like, what the fuck? This don't make no sense. It's like, I took this subject, I'm done with it. I thought I said goodbye, I thought SPM said goodbye to it, I don't understand why I need to retake it. But now since after I retook it, it's just gone.
Yep.
It's gone. And like confidence level just dropped. High to low. I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. Very interesting.
I'm not doing anything. It's just
Yeah, I say anyway. Yeah. Anyways, I think one more thing I want to add is that uni life. I took a subject called uni life.
Oh wait, what?
The subject is literally called university life.
Okay, that is. What did they teach?
Common sense.
Okay.
They teach you common sense. I suddenly feel like I'm in jail. I need to be taught common sense. Teach you how not to be stressed, how to cope with stress, how to pre-plan your education, how to be zen. I'm like, I can Google this shit. Why do I need to take a subject to tell me how good I am at it? Like, yeah, things like this, threshold. Makes no sense. All for, in new name, credit hours.
Sorry.
Let us thank this place sponsor ourselves.
Eco World.
Eco.
Did Eco World actually do this?
This is Eco West.
But they call it Eco Churras.
Eco Churras because Eco West. The company is Eco West.
Oh, okay.
So
it's an E with the Eco with a K, not with
Yeah.
okay.
Well, thank you to Eco West punya rooftop
Yep. For providing us-
shade,
Yes.
filming condition.
And it's very quiet,
Surprisingly quiet,
except for that.
except for
And there's no one here, which is great.
we do apologize for the quality drop because
We forgot some equipment.
actually we've forgotten two important things. One is called the hard drive, the other one is called the adapter.
Yeah.
The pain of owning a MacBook is your fucking adapters. You bring that thing gone, or you left it at home.
Kind of fun.
Me, we can just sit here, talk to the camera with a furry mic that we used for Cho Yang last time.
Yep.
I want to mention Cho Yang's name because every time I mention Cho Yang's name, the views go up and up and up. Okay, every video statistics has shown that. Cho Yang. Yeah, please views go up.
Yes.
But yeah, threshold, too much education is too much. But those are subjects wise. In terms of your opinion, education level, where do you draw the threshold?
What do you mean?
Like SPM, foundation, diploma, degree, masters, PhD, doctorate. Where is that threshold? Where would you draw the threshold? Where do you think enough is enough?
For me,
Yeah.
I think it all depends on exactly what type of path you're going through. Like to me, like if I were to ask my parents, they would all say, "Oh, you should go for a degree," because that's when you're very solid, and diploma has no value. To me, I strongly believe that diploma has value. So my education, the max I'm going to go is diploma, because I feel like if I were to go any further, it's more or less just going to be a waste of time, because I feel like I can do more outside than I can do at the exam hall. And I know people are going to be debating, but honestly, the path that I'm taking is not, it's not
Employer situation.
Yes, because it's like I'm more or less focusing on my current business. So having a degree is like, it's more or less like a pride thing at that point, where I feel like it's not really.
So now it's about my
No,
pride.
I mean, no. I mean, you're going a different path, alright?
Yeah.
But I feel like to me, the path that I want to go, diploma, is like just enough for me. Plus, with the experience that I have, it's more than enough for me to secure a job which in the line that I want to do. So if let's say that were to come to it, but of course at this point, as far as what I can see, I don't have to think about it. Nope, I am not coming to it, which is great. I don't have to deal about that. But yeah, certain people, they do degree, which is, I think that is like a minimum that you should do if let's say you're looking for a very competitive job,
employee to employer job.
Yeah. And then there's masters, which there are people who do. Of course, to me, it's like I don't really fully understand the whole masters thing. But again, if you really, if you really want to pursue with it, just why not? It's I think it's very interesting because I think it's one step ahead of a degree, and I feel like the higher qualification will make you find maybe more executive job per se.
Yeah.
But PhD, I think at this point you're just fighting for the title, like doctor.
Doctor. I want to say that, I want to get my PhD. I want to get my PhD. Why?
Doctor.
I want a doctor in my name, like Dr. Jason Liao. And then it's like, well,
that's not him. He's an actual doctor.
Oh. But you did study his PhD, right?
I don't know. I know he studied doctorate lah.
Sorry, Dr. Liao. Don't sue me. I love you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you cannot afford tattoo, go for doctor.
I do agree though.
Yeah, if you cannot afford tattoo,
if you cannot afford tattoo, you can go for doctorate.
Yes. Still satu pangkat.
True though. True. Hey, I didn't think about this. Yeah. Can't think of it, yeah. How many tattoos do we know in our life?
I know Datin lah.
Yeah, I also know Datin. Datin say down there only. Hey, Datin, long time no see that.
Doctor. I know Dr. Patricia lah. She's a PhD holder. And
I'm seeing raindrops. I see my camera on the edge. Let me go check how long this is. 23 minutes. 23 minutes. I think. Okay, this episode is kind of like. It's dangling. It's not in a stable position, but. Because I'm not really experienced in this kind of topic, and in my opinion, where the threshold, how too much is too much education for me, I'll draw the threshold at masters, because in this day and age, a lot of jobs ask you for your job experience, so you can work until, or you can study until a certificate level, and come out to work for like 3 to 5 years, have that 3 to 5 years of job experience, and then transitioning to a bigger company. They might look at your qualifications as low, but you're working and experience in that firm or job for 3 to 5 years. I would say that stability right there puts you on the edge over someone with a degree or bachelor's with maybe 1 or 2 years worth. Actually, no. If you take a degree, at max you have 1 year of working experience. Considering you have 3 months internship for every year, so that's like a total of 4 years. So 3 months is about 1.5 to 2 years type of experience. So I would say you still have the edge if you're coming to work from a certificate point of view. And yeah, that's why I say I would draw the line at masters, because masters is, they're just continuing what you're studying in your degree, your research paper. They're just proving your research is valid. That's all for masters, from my understanding. And yeah, that's my threshold, and my camera is going to get soaked. So let's come to you, and then let's end this shit, because I don't want my camera to
explain my threshold.
Okay, threshold done. Okay, this is where my podcast threshold ends. Yeah, I don't want to ruin anything. Yeah. Apologizing for the quality audio. I do have mics, but I explain this shit too much. Okay, I'm in a rush. We gotta go. The rain is coming, and that's it for this episode. If you liked it,
so much for watching. Yeah. Sorry, you were saying.
We need to calculate with that. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please do like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends and family.
Until the next episode.
See ya. Bye bye. I hope the audio quality is good.